welcome back to the Football Martin channel. Thanks for tuning in. Something slightly different coming your way today because I've been setting myself a little bit of a challenge over the last couple of days. I wanted to do this video because I wanted to find 5 positives in what's been a terrible season. Somebody said in one of my videos the other day, God Martin, you are so negative. I'm finding it hard to be positive. So on the back of that, I thought to myself, let's find 5 positives from the season so far. Well, it is bleak, isn't it? Saints are rock bottom, 9 points on the board. It's been one of the worst seasons that I've witnessed us in the Premier League ever. And I think it's time to put your scarves on, put your Saints shirt on, sit down, buckle in, and I'm going to find you 5 positives from the season so far. And you guys can get involved in the comments box below. Give me your thoughts. What have I missed? Or are these really positives? Right, we're going to work in reverse order. I'm going to start with number 5. So one of my positives from the season being a Saints fan, around the ground is a lot better. The matchday experience is a lot better. The Northam Fan Zone. Here it is in all its glory. This is the opening game against Nottingham Forest. It poured with rain. It wasn't a particularly nice day. I remember it being quite cold. But the fans had a great time there, really. The pre-match build-up's brilliant. The music, the atmosphere. I think it's really helped the stadium. I think all around the stadium has been good. But the Northern Fan Zone, for me, on match day is a really cool place to go. The game on at lunchtime before, if it's 3 o'clock kickoff. And the fans just come in their droves. And, yeah, I guess somebody that owns a pub in town will be saying it's a negative because it maybe takes people out of the town. But I think for the overall feel of St Mary's, I think it's been really good. Every time I've gone there, I've really enjoyed the Northern Fan Zone. I think it's something to be proud of. And the fans turn up in their droves week in, week out. So absolutely fair play to every single one of you that turns up early and enjoys the atmosphere. It's a great place to mingle with your friends as well. I've enjoyed that. I've enjoyed meeting people there as well this season. I've met loads of new people this season. And certainly down at the Fan Zone, I've met some really cool people. It's a great place to go and do some pre-match interviews and stuff as well. Right, that's number 5. Give me your thoughts on that one. We're in at number 4 now. I'm going to pick a player out. I'm going to pick a player that's impressed me. And he will have done you as well, is my 4th positive of the season so far. Mateus Fernandes, the young midfielder, has been a rare sunshine in a side that struggled big time. His energy, his technical ability, he's fearless when he's on the ball. He's caught my eye big time, and I think he would have caught the eye of many scouts from other Premier League clubs because Mateus Fernandes, at such a young age, has got the potential to be such a good player at our football club. But to be fair, I do think that he'll probably go on and play in the Premier League for another Premier League club, which will be a little bit heartbreaking when that does happen. But he is a really good player, really good player. Here's some of his statistics for the Premier League season. So this is what he's done in the Prem so far. Right, let's start with goals. He scored the 1 goal. He's got an XG of 3.05, so he's not scoring what his XG is saying that he should be. He's had just the 2 assists, 25 shots at goal. Look at his pass accuracy. He's made 669 passes with an accuracy of 83.9%. He's created 23 chances for his team. He's won 54 duels. A percentage of 54 duels. He's won 141 duels, with a percentage of 54%. Picked up 7 yellow cards. He's an aggressive little player, isn't he? Successful dribbles, 49%, making about half of his dribbles, 30 that he's been successful with, and he's only been depossessed 22 times, which is very good, actually. I've enjoyed watching him. I think he will go on and fetch Saints a lot of money. I think he's going to be worth big bucks. Not sure what sort of value he's at the moment. Get your comments in the comments box below. What is Mateus Fernandes worth? He's cost Southampton £15 million. What will he be worth and what could we sell him on for? It will be double at least. They'll make a really good profit on him. The 1 Premier League goal, the 1 goal in the EFL Cup as well for Fernandes. Give me your thoughts on him. How far can he go in the game? Portuguese international. He's got everything going for him, in my opinion. He's a positive from the season. No doubt about it. Right, number 3. The away support. I think the away support has been immense this season. The Saints fans who travel up and down the country this season, through thick and thin, seen one win away all season. I've missed 2 away games. Brentford, because my mate got married and I couldn't get to Villa away. So I missed those ones. Gutted to miss them. But I love an away day. I love getting to the services when you're travelling and you stop off at the services and you see all the other fans from our club wearing the red and white stripes. It's just, I love it. There's something about an away day. But we have travelled in our droves, and the amount of fans travelling to away games is just unbelievable. And what other club would get that support on the road when they've been so bad this season? It's just the dedication from our fan base is just insane. It's just more than a club. It's a family of football people that all come together with all something in common. And do you know what? You can even travel to an away game on your own. Like I don't. I'm lucky that I have people to go with. But you can travel to an away game on your own, but you'd always meet somebody and have something in common with. And I've done that a good few times over. Look, I don't talk about my life loads, but I've been through some real tough times over the last 6 years, some really dark places away from this. And I do every day now have tough moments. But football is like something you can enjoy with your friends. No matter what you're going through, it can make you forget about everything else in your life at that day or that 90 minutes. I love it. Football brings me so much joy, even though it's been dark this season. And I won't let it get me down, because the fans will be here a lot longer than the owners and the managers and the players. So look, that's how you have to look at it. So that is my number 3, the away support. Right, number 2, we're going to come to another player. I almost put him at the top of my list, but I've got one more that's going to go at the top of my list. But in at 2, Tyler Dibling. He's been brilliant. Young talent. I love watching him play in pre-season. Academy talent, breath of fresh air, pace, power. He's fresh on the ball, isn't he? He's like a fearless player. He always got energy, and he's a fan's favourite. The kids love him. Everybody loves him. He should have been the future of us for a while, in terms of like, if we were going to establish ourselves as a Premier League player, he was like the gem to build your team around over the next 3 years. But we're not going to be a Premier League club next year, so we're going to lose him, and that's going to be the biggest disappointment. We're going to go on and lose Tyler Dibling, and I just think he's just been so good. He makes the cover photo of this video. He makes the thumbnail, because I loved it when I met him at the start of the season. Such a humble, nice boy as well. Like, great lad. Turned 19 the other day, and he's not even 20. He's going to go on and be such a good player. Right, I've got his statistics. Let's break it down. Let's take a look at Tyler Dibling and his stats this season. And here they are in all their glory for you. He scored 2 Premier League goals. This is Premier League statistics. He's got an XG of 2.09. No assists. I was surprised at that statistic when I looked at it. No assists, 23 shots, a pass accuracy of 81.6%. He's created 14 chances. His duels won 45%, 93 that he's won so far. Possession that he's won in the final third 4 times, and successful dribbles 49%. He will improve on that. And look, you can see by looking at his statistics, there's loads to improve on. Assists, goals, his dribbling. He's a great dribbler, but he gets depossessed a little bit too much at times. I've noticed that recently. But look, his statistics are good, aren't they? Let's be honest. They're very, very good statistics for his age. He's going to go on and be a top player. We're going to lose him, and that's the saddest thing. And he could have been the man, the player that we could have built our season around. And I feel a little bit sad about that. I do, because I think he's class. I really do think he's brilliant. Give me your thoughts on Tyler. There's a few people giving negative comments. I noticed on one of my channels yesterday, one of the videos I put out yesterday, there was a few negatives about Tyler. I'm not going to be negative about him. I think he's good. He's going to get better and better. I really do think he will. Right, my number 1 positive of this season, and it's an easy one, really. It has to be easy. Are the fans. You cannot fault the fans for sticking with it. Week in, week out, St Mary's has been sold out other than the FA Cup games. It's been sold out every single game. And over the 2 home games in the Cup. But the league, it's been immense. The loyalty that our fans are giving the club are unbelievable. You know, we're into a horrific time. We've had some of the biggest home defeats that we've ever had at home. We've broken all the wrong records for all the wrong reasons. We could break more records, but the consistently to turn up week in, week out, pay probably more money than we've ever paid for tickets, but still be there. I think the fans are the biggest positive of this season without a shadow of a doubt. Without a shadow of a doubt. And we will need every single one of us, every single one of you tuning in next season if we're going to get back to the Premier League. We are going to need everything going for us next season, and you'll need the fans. And the fans are immense, just to stick with it. So congratulations to every single Southampton fan for what you've brought to our season when it's been so dark. The Northern Wall will get better. We spoke about that in a show a few days ago. I think it will get better. There's no doubt about it. It will improve. It's not been great this season. The atmosphere in the ground sometimes. I think that can be improved. I think they can improve the atmosphere in the ground. And there's loads of ways to do that. And we'll talk about that in another video. But I do think maybe piping some of the singing that's done in the northern around in the chapel and around the stadium would help. I think there's on a match day. I still think the atmosphere could be built. But this is by the club. I'm not talking about the fans. I'm talking about the club need to do stuff now. Like, certainly think like an anthem, some sort of music that we come out to. That's not just when the Saints are coming. I think that's done. But you go to Arsenal, Forest. You got the Palace. I've been to all these grounds this year and I see these atmospheres in these grounds. It's really good. The tannoy system needs improving. It's still a bit naff. When Kenzie Benali's doing these chats on the pitch of players, I can never hear what she's saying. I ain't got a clue. It's a total waste of everybody's time because we can't hear it. And and I've got no issues with my hearing at all. So I think there's a lot the club can do. But the fans are immense. The fans are immense. I put a negative in there by saying that about the club. But yeah, that's it. That's my 5 positives. I'm not going to waffle on any more. Right, what's coming up on the Football Martin channel in the coming days? Well, there's plenty coming up for you as a Southampton fan on the fastest growing and I would say the most watched Southampton fan channel right now. I looked at the numbers around. We're definitely seeing some really good numbers. What we got coming your way? Tomorrow tomorrow being Thursday, we have a pre-match preview of our game against Brighton and Hove Albion at the weekend. I'm joined by Ryan from Talk Seagulls. He's a podcaster to give us an inside scoop on Brighton and Hove. We're going to take a look into their season, what's been going on, where does their season go? It's been an odd season for Brighton, so we're going to take a closer look at them. And then also Friday, I'm going to sit down with Football Dad. We're going to go to the cafe like we always do on a Friday, have a coffee, and I'm just going to film it like I did last week because it seemed like a decent response to it and everyone seems to like Dad. So we're going to bring him back on the channel Friday. Saturday's match day vlog, instant reaction, and everything else. And then final word's going to go out on Sunday this week because we got build up to midweek football next week as well. It's the games come thick and fast. So the content will continue to keep with the pace of the games as well. Thank you very much for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Share it with a friend as well. Give me your 5 positives below. List them out. Or my 5 positives, not the 5 that you had. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you again soon.